What's up, everybody? This is Dr. Zeb, and welcome to the Rehab Christian Center Tuesday night virtual experience. And I'm grateful to be here with you tonight. This is the first live study of 2022, and I'm glad to have you here. And just grateful you've tuned in. This is a special one. We're not going to be on very long tonight. This is a very special one because I'm excited to have two members and great supporters of our ministry with us tonight that are going to walk us through vision board planning, and I'm just grateful to have them here. So before I bring them on, because I see them, they're getting their lighting all nice. They got good light, and I can see the ring lighting glasses and all of this stuff. Folks are fancy online. But before we get them on, I want to go ahead and welcome all of you and get all of our networks up and going. I'm going to do this really quickly, and I hope you are prepared tonight to take notes and maybe even work on your vision board as we talk about these boards and really what it should entail. And I want to just say from the start, and I kind of have this in my notes, but I'll mention it now, that there's no right or wrong way to do a vision board. It's really about what works for you. But there are some fundamental things that I want to discuss with you tonight. And I want to have our guests, who really not guests, their family tonight, share with you. And I chose them again because last year we just had a really good experience having them lead us in this exercise. But more than that, there are also two people that I know this stuff works for. It works. I've seen great things really happen in their lives, and just grateful to be connected to them. Had not been for the virtual environment, who knows? And so everything certainly happens for a reason. Anyway, I'm not going to get talkative tonight. Let me get through the networks really quickly. Facebook, good evening to you. It's good to see you virtually. And thank you so much for tuning in tonight. If you're on Facebook, do me a favor, make sure you like this video. If you really enjoy our ministry, I want you to hold down the like button, turn it into a love button, hit that share button, hit the @ symbol, tag 5 people, and tell them to tune in. I want you to do this quickly. I want to get these numbers up and rolling tonight because, again, we're going to be here a quick 45 minutes tops. I'm going to jump in. I want to jump off. And so if you're on Facebook, again, good evening. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure you say good evening in the chat area. Again, I really love this exercise. And we've done this exercise now. We've been doing vision board planning first Tuesday of the year for, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 years now of the years that we've been in existence. And so it's very important to me. And I am excited that you've tuned us in. And that you are joining us tonight. As you can see, I am multitasking, but we are all right. Instagram, good evening to you. It's good to see you virtually. Thank you so much for tuning in. Instagram, I see our speakers are on Instagram, and I'm going to invite you all to join in just a second. But if you're tuned in on Instagram, make sure you say good evening. Fill it up with hearts if you're on Instagram. Also, now, if you're on Instagram, hit that @ symbol, tag 5, 10 of your followers, friends, tell them to tune in tonight. We want to see them tonight. This is a very important session. Again, I can't stress, and I'm going to talk a little bit about this as we teach in just a few minutes. I'm going to teach for literally 3 Mississippi minutes, and then I'm going to shut up and get out of the way. But it is so critically important that you set your vision for every single year. People wander so aimlessly every year, trying to accomplish goals that they don't even really set, trying to go after marks they never really even set, trying to go after things that they never really even established. And so the Bible tells us to write the vision, make it plain, and it's critically clear on the purpose for that. And it's because without a vision, you have no direction. And so tonight is really about talking about setting the direction for your year. We don't want you to just go through 2022 just aimlessly. Some of you just run into stuff by accident, or at least you think it's by accident. But we want you to be very intentional with your life and very intentional with the things that you intend to see happen for your life. And that's what tonight is designed to do. So Instagram, thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to get these numbers up, fill it up with hearts, hit the @ symbol, tag 5 people, tell them to jump on. YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Good evening to those of you that are tuned in via YouTube. If you're on YouTube, do me a favor. I want you to like this channel. If you have not liked us, that's right. If you have not liked our YouTube channel, you can find us on YouTube at TheREHABCC. That's at TheREHABCC. On YouTube, you can find us there. Make sure you like us there and subscribe to our channel. If you're on YouTube, like this video. I want you to hit the share button. I want you to tag some people, share this video with others, tell them to tune in tonight, and we promise you, you are going to be blessed. Now, I'm done with introductions. We're on time. We're going to stay on time. But I am ready to bring on my 2 guests. I'm telling you, I feel like I'm hosting superstars tonight. I don't really know what to do with myself. They are going to be coming in tonight. And thank you so much. Good. Send me the request as well. Good. Send me the request. Thank you. Send me the request as well, Sister Nikki. They're going to be joining us. And I am just so grateful to have Sister Michelle Thomas and Sister Nikki Watson. Yep, turn your volume all the way down. There you go. With us tonight. And if you would, Sister Nick, send me an ad on IG. Can you send me an ad on IG to the live feed? And we'll see if we can patch it in, or I may be able to do it myself. Let me do it. That's okay. Y'all bear with us. Technology. Yep, jump back on the line. There you go. No, not you. I think I just invited some follower. I don't know who that is, but okay, there we go. I just invited you, Sister Nikki. Good. Hey, Sister Michelle, I see you there. I'm going to get everything together. DoorDash is at the door. That's all right. Somebody's DoorDash. Somebody's done it here. I got y'all on the main feed. One of us is whistling bad.
I think that's you, Nikki. Turn your volume down.
Is it me? It might be Sister Nikki.
Was it mine?
How's that? Is that better?
That's better.
That's better? Can you all hear me? Good. I hope you can hear me. Good. If you can hear me in the chat area, if you're on one of our networks, make sure you say, let me know you can. Can you hear me, Sister Nikki? I see you shaking your head. No. Good. I see you, Sister Michelle. Can you hear me, Sister Nikki? You good?
So, Nikki, turn up either your IG. You have to turn up one or the other so that it doesn't echo.
Good. I see that can hear us on Instagram. That's good. And
someone on Facebook just said echo.
Yeah, somebody's saying echo on Facebook. And I don't know who's the guilty party.
I don't hear echo anymore.
You don't hear anything? I've got my volume down. So I hope it's not me. Can you all still hear me on Facebook? If you're on Facebook, say something in the comments if you can, and let me know you can hear me. If you're on Facebook, let me know you can hear me and that there is no echo. And we'll get Sister Nick. I see Sister Nikki, you're on the Facebook feed. We're just trying to get you on the IG. That's okay. We're going to get you there. It's good. Okay. And let's see. All right. And I just invited you again, Sister Nikki, on IG. You see the invitation? She blacked out. There she go. We see you. We can't hear you. They're still saying echo. I don't know who's the guilty party. It might be me. Nikki Watson joined. Good. So there you're on IG. We have never gotten IG to work. We've never gotten IG to work. And there is a serious lag there.
It is a lag on IG.
It is a lag on IG. So let's do this. This is what we're going to do. Because the IG folks normally can always hear but can't see. So you all kill the IG feed and let's just go on the main feed. They'll be able to hear you on the IG. Let's do that.
But will they be able to see what we're doing?
No, they won't be able to see you. They'll have to, if they want to see, they'll have to follow on YouTube or Facebook. And that's crazy. IG just doesn't cooperate. IG is the culprit. I guarantee you. That's where the feedback's coming from.
All
right. I'm sorry. IG, stay. If you're on IG, stay on. This will be no different than what we do normally on Sundays. Our folks on IG can hear us, but can't always see us. IG is just weird sometimes. And so that should be clear now. If it's on Facebook and YouTube, we should be crystal clear. And let's get Sister Nikki back on the feed. Hopefully she's getting back on the feed. But I want to get going here. And again, just so grateful that you all tuned in for vision board planning. And I want to talk a little bit about a few things as we get Sister Nikki back on the line. If you would, Sister Michelle, shoot her a text. and just make sure she's good. But I want to talk about a few things really quickly. I want to give you some PowerPoints really quickly because I don't want to waste a lot of time here. I want to give our speakers some time to go through some of the vision boards if they want to share those things that they've done, to go through the vision boards. But then also, I want to talk a little bit about really some things that we need to think about when we think about creating vision boards. So let's start here. Why are vision boards important? This is real easy. Vision boards, again, are important because they help you set the tone for your year. You're going to create a vision board so that you can set the tone for your year. And the reason why we do vision boards every year is because, again, we want to set the tone. Again, Bible says without a vision, people perish. So when you do vision boards, whether it's for your job, your career, your family, relationship, whatever you have on your board, what you're doing is you are attempting to set a tone for the year. And again, as I said at the beginning of the broadcast, so many people really live life, not just in a particular year. I'm bringing you back on, Sister Nikki, not just in a particular year, but so many people live their life wandering around aimlessly, right? They don't have a sense of direction. They don't have a sense of purpose. They're just going after things without clearly outlining their goals. And so I think, Sister Nikki, you're going to have to kill the IG. I think it's you. Really live life, not just in a particular year. I'm bringing you back on, Sister Nikki. Not just in a particular year. Yeah, it's her. She's got the delay. And so when it comes by, she's going to kill the IG. But people wander around aimlessly without a vision, and you cannot do that. You've got to set a vision so that you can set a purpose, a roadmap, a guide for your year. All right. And so again, the first thing that I want you to remember, I want you to set a purpose for your year.
Okay. Y'all can hear me. Okay.
Yes, we can.
As long as you can hear me, I'm good.
Yes.
I just can't hear nothing.
Yes, we can hear you clearly. You want to set your vision for your year. You want to set your vision for your year. You do that through the vision board. All right. And so that's number one. It helps us to set a roadmap. The second thing that it helps us to do, and this is critically important, the second thing that it helps us to do is it helps us to stay on track when we get off track. Right? Because if you've done vision boards before or planning for the year before, you realize January is easy. The gyms are filled right now. It's January. The gyms are filled. Everybody's in gym. Everybody working out. Everybody died in the first 2 weeks. Come March, folks are right back at In-N-Out Burger. All right. So, it's easy to start a vision. It's difficult to maintain one. So vision boards not only give you direction, then vision boards serve as reminders of what we should be doing. Right. And so this is why it's critically important that when you set your vision board, you don't want to just set it. You want to keep it somewhere where you can be reminded of it. Right. And whether this is I did mine last year electronic. So I had it on my phone. It was my screensaver. So literally every time I touched my phone, I saw my vision. Right. And we touch our phone how many times a day? Right. I know people that had it as a screensaver for their computer. I know people who set up their vision boards and they had their vision boards, the old school paper copies, they framed them and actually put it up as an actual picture in their house. Doesn't matter how you do it, but I want you to create a vision board and put it somewhere where it is in front of you. You need to be reminded of it, at least weekly minimum, daily better, weekly minimum, so that you're always on track and on focus with what you're doing. I see Sister Nikki went back.
Nikki's coming back. She's getting on her tablet.
There we go. That's a lot better. Good. So that's perfect timing. I want to transition. I want to give my two guests the opportunity. We will start with Sister Michelle. Sister Michelle, in 30 quick seconds, because I've been rambling. We've been having technical issues, but I want you in 30 seconds to just introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you do, and maybe just why vision boards are important to you. And then we'll have you do the same thing, Sister Nikki.
All right, real quick. My name is Michelle Thomas. I currently live in Atlanta, Georgia. I've lived in a few other cities, but just to make it quick and not to keep people online. What do I do? I'm a project manager by day and a superhero by night. No, I really do project management. Hey, Nikki, I do project management. I own a murder mystery dinner. I'm also being newly introduced into home staging. I just went into a franchise opportunity with my best friend Nikki, who has the largest staging business in Dallas, Texas. So we have a branch now in Atlanta, Georgia.
And she's being kind. And let me say this quickly. If you want to see them, Instagram, again, you're the black sheep tonight, as always, unfortunately. If you want to see them, tune in on Facebook or Instagram. Or YouTube. Tune in on Facebook, the Rehab Christian Center, YouTube, at the REHABCC. If you want to see them, we won't be offended tonight. If we get down to, say, one viewer and that's our moderator, we'll just kill the IG feed tonight. So we won't be offended. If you prefer to just listen in, maybe you're working out, that's okay. But if you want to see their faces, please go to Facebook, the Rehab Christian Center, or go to YouTube at the REHABCC. You can see them there. Sister Michelle is really, she's minimizing what she does. That dinner theater thing is really cool because it's black owned. And if you know anything about dinner theaters, you don't see many black owned dinner theaters at all, if any. So it is an all black owned dinner theater business that she owns. And so I told her I can't wait to support it. We're going to make sure that we do that.
It's real good, Pastor.
I know it is. I'm just coming. I don't care about the mystery. I don't want to eat.
Food is good. It's a really great experience. Also, you said too, why are vision boards important?
Yes.
Years ago, I'm just going to say this real quick. Years ago, when I was working at AT&T, I put up this picture on my cubicle, and it was a picture of a Acura Integra. It was white with, like peanut butter seats, and I wanted it so bad, and just admired the car, and I had it up there, and I didn't even know about vision boards then. So, like maybe a year later, I ended up discontinued the Integra, and I ended up buying the next version of that car that they came out with. Wow. And it looked almost identical, just a newer body style, peanut butter interior, and didn't even understand what a vision board was. I just knew I loved the car, right? So I look back at things like that to say that even sometimes haphazardly, right, you can create a vision and it can come to fruition. But when you're being intentional, it's even better.
Absolutely. And you said the word haphazardly, and I do believe this, that even when you do it by accident, it's still on purpose. We do not manifest things in our lives by accident. Now, people do it and don't know they're doing it. But I'm here to tell you, your thoughts, whether they're intentional or unintentional, can really become reality in your life, which is why we have to be careful of the things we think, and obviously the things we commit to paper, right, as goals and plans. And so I think that's major, outstanding. And I remember the car story. You first shared that last year, and I never forgot that because it truly works. Sister Nikki, tell us about you, why you use vision boards. Let's hear it.
Oh, I love vision boards. And I just started using vision boards probably about 4 years ago. My sister was really big on manifesting things, and she introduced me to the idea of putting it down on paper, really being intentional, putting what you want on these pages. And they just truly blow your mind at the end of the year. So I am a business owner, small business owner in Texas, and have been watching Rehab since the pandemic. And I am a member, a faithful member of Rehab, because I love Michelle introduced me, Nikki Coleman introduced me, and we are Nikki Coleman, and we are down for Rehab. But it has really been life-changing, and I have gotten my biggest cheerleaders are at Rehab, and don't even know these people. These are my virtual church, and I love it. So, like I said, I'm a small business owner. I have owned several businesses since my 20s, and always known that there's something more. Like I've worked for people and would get bored, and I just knew that I was supposed to be the boss and not behind the desk. So that is kind of where I am now. Starting a new business on Monday, the first Monday of the year. A give back to me.
I saw.
Yes, she will be on my board of directors. So it's very, very interesting what a vision can give you. It has to be clear. You have to write exactly what you want, and it will blow you away.
Absolutely. And you all have really covered that second or that first question I was going to ask, and really how has a vision board, vision mapping work for both of you? And I think you both have really dealt with that, and really the power of specifics. Again, people, especially in the church world, and I know you two don't believe this, but in the church world, people think manifestation, that stuff is of the devil. When Mark 11:23 is clear, anything you say and believe without doubt, you can have. That's all manifestation is. That's all it is. We spookify everything literally in the church, and y'all know this. And I'm not gonna get on my tangent tonight while I'm gonna behave. But I love the fact that you all have applied the principle of really writing out what you do and expecting it. Talk to us. What's the vision board process like? You all explain to us, what's the vision board process like? What should we do? And I want you to explain it for a person who's all the way back, for a person who says never even done a board before. Let's make it real clear tonight.
Let's make it clear. So
Michelle, you go first, and you will do the virtual way.
Okay, cool. So the first thing that you want to do is make your vision plain, which is creating your goals, right? So you want to create your goals. You want to write those down. Even if you're going to do it using technology, still write them down. Write the goals down on paper. Okay, so write down what you want. And what's so cool about a vision board is your vision. Get everybody out your head. Like sometimes we'll go, I've done this too. Oh, I want more money. But then you feel like you have to attach something on top of that. Oh, I want more money because I want to give back to da, 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 da. The cool part is God already knows what's in your heart. If you want more money just for your family, put that down on your board. It's yours. It's personal. And you don't have to have anybody else's thoughts in your head. It's yours. That's the part I love the most. If you do it that way and be true to yourself, is less room for teeter-totter, right? Me and Nikki talked about that today. When you are writing your goals, be intentional about the goals, but stand firm with your goals, because as much as we want to manifest and as much as we say Mark 11:23, which is one of my all-time favorite scriptures since I was a teenager, with that, you have to know that it's your faith that moves the mountain. So they can't be a fence straddler, right? A line stepper when it comes to faith. Be clear in your intentions and write it down and stand firm to it. You don't even have to share it with nobody.
That's right.
You don't even have to share
these.
They're yours. And that's what's so cool about it. So I'm going to move forward with the process of how to do it. I think I figured it out, Pastor. I hope this plays, but I did a screen share of my phone and then I sent it here.
Nice.
And so I did it on Canva. I was going to tell people about Pinterest, but I did one on Canva because last year I sent mine to Walgreens and had it printed out so I could have a little bitty one. I did one on my phone, one in my closet, just little hiding places in my drawers or whatever, wherever you need to see it. Let me see if it's going to play. Please play. It says I'm on the show, Pastor, but can you guys see it? Is it trying to play? There it is. So let me back it up.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
Okay. So, who is moving so fast? Okay, so this is how you would create one on Canva. So Canva is an app. You guys, before I even get started, you can go on to the Apple Store. I'm sure it's on Google Play for people who, the 12 people that still have Androids. So I'm just kidding. I love my app. But download you can download Canva from any one of your app stores, or you can actually do it online. Like you can just go through your browser and do canva.com. You can create a free account. I have a premium account because I use it for other things. So I'm gonna press play here and see if it comes up. So forget this part. I was kind of on something else, but you create your design by selecting a template. So this is not the one I wanted to show. Hold on, Pastor. Let me see if I upload the correct one.
It's okay.
I think I would just redid one.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so this is, you create a template. So here I think I did pick collage. It's kind of small on my screen. I did pick collage, and then it'll show a template of something, whatever pick collage you choose. So here I'm showing you how you can go in and edit the screen. I called it Vision Board 2022. I'm just going to talk to it now that I can see it. And I'm also going to show you how you can go into the app itself and just pull down pictures, right? So you'll go down. I did this actually on my phone. It looks a little different on the desktop. So you'll select the plus symbol at the bottom. I was fumbling here, but you select the plus symbol at the bottom. You'll go in and type home, for example, if you want a new home. Go to photos down here at the bottom.
And all she's doing is just pretty much just typing what she wants and finding
what I want, the type of photo that I want to see.
Yep.
Thank you, Pastor. So I just picked a home. I think I picked this one, this blue one. Yep. You can drop and drag the photo into the template once you select it. And then I selected and went in again, selected money. I'm just showing them how you can kind of just drag and drop. I think the next one is money, and I'll try and speed it up. It's only about 30 more seconds. Okay. I selected, just various things, however way you want your car, new car. I picked the Audi. It spoke to me. I mean, I think yellow.
Amen. Nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with it. Remember, it's your vision.
Audi's. No, it's not. It's a great question on Instagram. Viewer asks, "Is this for Pinterest?" No, she is on a site called Canva.
I'm on Canva. That might be Danielle that's asking the question. Who asked that question?
Miss
Carrie.
Yep.
Hey Danielle, I didn't forget about you.
Yeah, I didn't want to say her handle name if I didn't know her now. I'm sorry.
Yes, Danielle.
This is for Canva, Danielle. Thank you.
Yeah, I can send out another one, Pastor, too.
That's okay. No worries. No, this is good.
So this one, I was like, do you want a new boo? So I picked a new boo here.
You can Google new boo?
No, I said handsome black man. Handsome black man. Or whoever, we have a multicultural church. Handsome Indian man, I'm sure will work if you want to exercise.
It sounds like Pastor should have popped up in there.
I'm just, you got to submit your photos to Canva. That's what you want to do. But
I have a quick question, real quick question.
Sure.
Can you use Canva to put personal?
Absolutely.
You've got a picture in your phone. Can you upload it to Canva?
Absolutely. It's an upload option. Right. If you hit plus here and go to photos, it's an option definitely to upload your own. We do it all the time.
Very good.
But just wanted to show you guys how it can look. And I want to say mine might be on here. I think it was the first one. This is just money, but it's the same process, repetitive process over and over and over again. Gotcha. Once you're done, I'm kind of moving it a little bit faster because you can download this also. If you hit this down arrow at the top, right, it'll download to your device.
Very good.
This is the one from and again, I did this from my cell phone. You can do it that way, and that's pretty much it.
Sis, nigga, you gonna add anything to that? You want to add anything to that?
I think
you do the paper one.
I do old school, and last year I did both. So I think that we were all three talking last year about the vision board and what we wanted to see, and we did a visual one. A virtual one or digital one on our phones, and we all saved them as our screensaver.
Yes.
So last year, this time, when we did the vision board, we had my husband and I had bought a piece of land, and so the picture that was on mine. And do I have it? Do I have my thing? Let me see if I still have it. So my one from last year, I put our dream home, and I put it on a piece of land and all the house and everything that was on, and that was our plan for the whole year. So we woke up here it is right here. We woke up in July, and I saw a house online, and I was like, that's our house. It had absolutely, here it is right here.
Yep.
This is what I had on this is 2021. Do you remember this?
I remember.
This house that I'm sitting in right now is that house.
Yep.
And I didn't know we were supposed to build. I didn't know this house existed last year this time. So it had a pavilion. It had the workshop for all these cars that he got. He has a problem. He's a guy just, like Pastor, love cars. And we needed a house for that, basically. And everything that we wanted. I wanted a pool because I wanted all the kids to come over for the summer. This was the entertainment. This was going to be our family house for forever.
Right.
And just woke up in July was like, you know what? I like this house. This is it. And this is everything we wanted. So we still have the land. Something else is gonna happen down there. But that putting it on the vision board blew my mind when I saw this house and it happened. It was only a miracle that made it happen. It was,
and
it was a mess.
I love this. I remember this so vividly. I do. I remember us so vividly. We did this the first time. We didn't know how we were going to present this. We did this the first time, and I remember looking at you all's board. In fact, you two are the only one that have seen my board from 2021, right? Yes. I showed you guys some things, and you two are the only two people that have seen my board. But I remember you explicitly having that dream house and then sending me the text showing me what you bought and just how close it was. And I think this is a really good point that I want to put out there to everybody. When it comes to setting your vision for the year, your job is to write it. Your job ain't to find it.
Correct.
Your job is to write it. Your job is to write it. I saw Brother Lamorris put in the chat to then have faith and believe it. And I'm telling you, when you do, these things happen for you. They happen for you. You have to really have the faith to believe it. And she's not lying. She's not making this up. Almost a year to the day, we were having this conversation. And she's sitting in the house.
And Pastor, can I show you something? This is something that I showed Nikki's mom, and I don't believe I had it to show last year. But this is, everybody's, like I said, goals are different. So I remember this was not a vision. I just knew I liked colonial houses before I got into this house. So this is the house that my ring is picking up on it, but this is the house, and it's like a green khaki color that I had put on my Pinterest board when I was looking for homes. I'm gonna turn this light off so y'all can see it. It's like a green. It's hard to see, but it's like a green khaki color. And this was the house that I actually bought, and it's the same color. Same, kind of similar style. I didn't know it was the same house till like a year later, because I had painted the house as soon as I got into it. I painted the house like maybe a month later, and I was just going through my Pinterest board, and I was like, I literally picked like the exact same house that I had put in my board. And I'm gonna say this: pay attention to your visions, because I was about to pick another house, Nikki and Zeb. And I had this dream. I had put my earnest money down and everything on this other house. I'm asleep. I had this dream, and it felt so real. I didn't see nobody, but I'm standing in the house that I thought I was going to pick, and this spirit just violently pushed me out the front door. And I woke up, like, how you wake up and you can still feel that feeling, like how you felt it in your dream. Like, I feel it. Ooh, don't look at these nails. I need a vision for my nails to be done. But I swear, like, that happened. I could feel my heart was beating real fast. And I was like, I called my mom. I said, I'm not getting the house, Mom. She was like, why not? I said, it was just too real. Something's going to happen with this house. And it did. The lady did not want to, it was like an electrical issue that was really basic. And she did not want to fix it. And when you get a certain type of loan, certain things have to be fixed.
Right.
And my mom was like, I didn't like that house anyway, because low key, my mama really believed it's her house. I didn't like that house anyway. And then this house wasn't even on the market yet. They had not even began marketing the home, and my real estate agent had an inside plug, and I was able to put an offer on it before it even went live.
Wow. Well,
so,
I think this house never went on the market either, right?
Telling y'all,
this house never went on the market either.
Oh, really?
This house never went on the market. The house that I saw online was the guy that built this house. It was his personal home. So I went to see his house. I woke up in the middle of the night and saw his house. Well, his house was under contract when I went on the showing. So the listing agent that had his house called me and said, hey, because I was the backup offer, and theirs went on, and they went on and it closed. So I was the backup offer, and she said, I got another house that he built. It's on the other side of the freeway. It's going to be up in the price range, but it's really nice. I want you to see it when I sign the listing agreement. So this house never, in this market, this house would have sold for $200,000 at least over what I paid.
Yeah.
At least.
So here's the lesson.
Easy.
You ready? Y'all hold your
lesson message.
I'm about to scream. Y'all close your ears. Stop settling.
Stop settling.
They not living in houses they didn't want.
Right.
If it doesn't align with the vision, don't settle.
Period.
Y'all stop settling. This is so deadly accurate. Don't settle. Write your vision, and anything that falls short of that vision, it's not for you.
Yeah.
Right.
It's that simple. That's house, that's car, that's raggedy boo, that's whoever.
That's whomever and whatever, Pastor. And another thing Nikki and I was talking about today is it is true that thoughts become things. That's hanging in my bathroom. Thoughts become things. That's a Buddha quote, but across all religions, they have something that states that thoughts become things.
Yep.
But we are constantly creating in our thoughts, in our words, in our writing, in our mannerisms. So just be aware of that. When your homegirl call you and she disgruntled, blah, 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 your cosign is a real cosign. Be conscious of those things, whatever it is. Like if she don't believe in something, you be like, I know that's right. Do you though? Because you probably don't even really feel like that. You just talking.
Yep.
You just talking. Yeah.
Just talking to fill space or make her feel a kind of way. Stand firm to what you truly believe in, or don't say nothing. It's better to say nothing than to cancel out what it is for you.
That's church. That is absolute gospel. Real quick, ladies, quickly. What types of vision boards, or how many can we create? Is there a limit on the
There's never a limit.
We can do one every week.
Master P.
I heard one.
How many? This is how many?
This is my third one for the year.
All right, Nikki wrote 300 goals down to 200 something goals. Then she's like, "Oh, I finished my 200 goals."
No,
I'm like, what? How many?
So I watched the video, and it was Steve Harvey, and I'm not a real big Steve Harvey fan. He kind of worked my nerves, but Steve Harvey had something good to say on today. So I watched the video, and it was about motivation. He was talking about his what he'd been through. He's been homeless, and he's done, he's been through some things. And he said what helped him a lot was he wrote down 300 goals that he wanted in his life. And he said these were the most outrageous goals. These were things that what your house want to look like. What's the insides? He was very specific. He said when you get to about 75, you're going to get tired because you can't think, you're not used to thinking about all these goals and what you want for your life. He said, but just make it as outrageous as you can. And I wrote 300 goals. This is my first time doing this, right before New Year's, probably the week
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
Like Christmas week.
And I'm talking about blew my mind. I recommend everybody do that because I wrote down people's names in my goals that I hadn't thought about in 10 years. I wrote down people's names and places and situations that I had completely forgot about. So I know that they're on my paper for a reason because those people are going to be blessed through whatever I got going on this year. It blew me away.
I think that's powerful. We talked about the power of we talked about the power of being connected, blessed by the people you are connected to Sunday. And that was really a very powerful thing. But I love that 300 goal thing. And now listen, it sounds like a lot of writing to people who've never done it. But if you're writing, if you're journaling every single day, that's not a lot. You can get that done. This is day 4. She's already done that. Sister Nikki's already done that. And this is just day 4 of the year. You can make this happen if you really sit down and commit to it. And you carry that journal around like you carry your purse or anything else. Make it happen. And as those goals come, write those things out. But I love that idea. And, even if it seems outlandish, again, you write it and believe it. It can happen. And I would imagine as much money as Steve Harvey got, a lot of them goals probably came to pass.
Yes, I'm sure.
I'm pretty sure they came to pass. So this certainly worked. Yeah, and I believe in that. Let me ask y'all this. What happens after you create your board? I've created my vision board. It's virtual. It's paper. What do I do next?
Michelle.
Be open to every opportunity, right? At least hear things out. Because sometimes I don't know about any other community. I can only speak about the Black community and maybe certain, experiences I've had outside of my race. But I know with the Black community, a lot of times we are scared of so much. Like you said, oh, that's the devil, or I wouldn't get blessed by that person. Did you see how their mama was or they daddy? Like it's so much that we can be it's ingrained in us to be afraid of so much. But listen to opportunities, because you do not know where they are coming from. When someone knocks on your door, listen. If you're compelled to open the door, at least hear what the people are saying. Do your research. It may not be all the way right, but God will give you the inclination if you connect it to Him when it's not right. Like Nikki talked about. Nikki, were we on the phone? Were we talking to Pastor about that lady that called you about the $2 million? She wants to do a business deal with you, and I kept saying, I don't know, Nick. I don't know. So I started researching. I'm researching. I'm like, not to be judgmental, but just to do due diligence. Do your due diligence. But Nikki was still open to the opportunity. And no, that did not pan out, but another opportunity did pan out, is panning out right now. But always stop to listen, because you really don't know. You don't know where it's coming from. It could come from a white man. It could come from a child. Any biases that you may have, your blessing could be sitting in your bias.
Yep. Yeah. Add to that, Sister Nikki. What do you think?
So I'm a paper. I have to see mine. So this is one that I made right before the year started. My sister and I have an event. We have friends. We all do them together. So this year, since Omarion, whatever his name is around, we're doing ours online. So here's my paper one, and I keep it in my office. So the ones that I have, we've had it on my phone, but just put it somewhere that you can see it every day, that you're kind of studying it, you're praying over it, you're trying to manifest these things, because you want it in your face. You don't want to put it up in the closet and don't see it no more all year and then be like, oh, none of these things happen, because you didn't see it. So you got to put it somewhere where you can see it. It's real in your face every single day. Right. So that's what I would do once you're done. The paper one, we go get a board. We put as much stuff as we can think. Words. My word for this year is inspire. So I wanted to do a lot of stuff with kids. This is or youth, or just somebody that I need to pour into. That is my main goal for the year. So I put it pretty big. Rich Annie and Save Annie. I don't care nothing about nobody talking about, she thinks she's too good. Yeah, I do. I think I'm too good. She'll talk about, don't be afraid about putting money. I went and got a kid cash register, and I'm putting all this money on my board. Because you need money to live. Don't be ashamed about it. And that's what it is. No. Don't be shy about it. Put it on your board. You can see it every day when you need it. Don't be shy. So I want to see it every day. These are the things that I want in my life, so I can be able to do whatever it is I want to do. So just looking at it, seeing it, studying it, praying over it every day.
Every day.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, like, I have mine on my own. Well, some of my people know, and some don't, but I work 2 jobs in parallel, and I work a lot of jobs, but I work 2 of my day jobs in parallel, and on both of my screensavers I have my vision board. So when my computer locks, I see it. If I on the back, it's not only just my screensaver in the background, but it's on my lock screen as well. So put it anywhere. The one that's in my closet is sitting on a shelf. That when I walk into my closet, I see it. Have it in places where you can, like Nikki said, where you can visualize it, and you don't forget about it. And I'm gonna tell you guys this too, that's important. There are certain people that can teach you even better than we can, right? We're tangible, we're touchable. But I recommend reading books from Joseph Murray. Joseph Murray or Murphy? Pastor, help me out. Well, anyway, the name of the book is called The Power of the Subconscious Mind.
Yeah.
One of the best books I ever got my hands on.
Really good book.
And they teach you how to manifest. They teach you how to be disciplined, because it's a discipline. Be disciplined in your manifestation. And I'm grateful. Like some people, and Joseph Murphy, he does speak about God, and he will bring in scriptures, but we have to be open-minded. Right? If God's, to me, Pastor, and you correct me because you are the authority here. But if God can make the rocks cry out, who have no feeling, no emotion, why can't He use these people that are even of different faiths to show you a way?
He can, and I want to add to this because you're spot on. Let me say this real quick. Two things. One, your word for the year is critically important. Do not forget to choose your word for the year. Sister Nikki mentioned that. I'm going back and forth. I've narrowed it down to 3, and I almost thought about keeping the word I had last year, which was happy, because that word worked out pretty well for me. But keep the same word if you want to repeat it, or you can change your word. But you need to choose a word because it makes you focus. But then 2, what Sister Michelle is saying is critically important. I want to say this, and I said this Sunday. I'm going to say it again. If the vision you have for your life does it make sense, or doesn't fit the resources attached to your circle, it means God's going to use somebody you don't know to make it happen. I'm going to say it again. If your vision doesn't make sense, i.e., you want to be a CEO or whatever, you ain't got but a GED. Yeah. Or you want to buy all of this land and do whatever, and you to start this business, you don't have startup capital, and nobody in your circle can give you a loan for $5,000. Mm-hmm. If your vision is bigger than your circle, okay, or it doesn't make sense, it means it's coming from a source that you don't know, that you have not met yet. So you got to be open-minded. Stop being funny acting. Stop being stuck up in thinking the only folk that's going to bless you are church folk. I'm telling y'all I'm a living witness. More non-church people do things for me than church people.
Indeed.
I'm just telling you from personal experience. You've got to be open-minded, right? Because again, I said it Sunday, I'll say it again, and it was a great reminder, Sister Michelle. God will use people you don't know from places you've never been to give you stuff you never had.
Boom.
Don't ever forget.
We can speak from experience. Now, I will say this. For our murder mystery, we did have a small group of friend supporters. Mm-hmm. And when I say small, we sold out shows every city we went to. But the people that we knew that showed up was, I can't, the fraction would be so insignificant. Now, it's so insignificant, I can shout them out right now by name. The people who filled up the seats for us were people we did not know.
Yep.
Nikki has she's reached the maximum capacity on Facebook of how many friends you can have. Those aren't the people.
A lot of times.
That's how it is. Again, the ladies are nailing it. I can't stress this enough. Your job with the vision board is to create the what. It's not to create the how.
Not to create the how.
Vision boards are not for the how. You don't write down what you want and then say, this is how it's going to happen. That ain't your job. That ain't your job. My next book, which will be coming out in a couple of months, is going to talk about this. We trying to figure out the how. That ain't our job. Your job is to know the what. And then your other job is just to let it happen. That's it. Get out the way and let it happen. And sometimes it comes from all kinds of different directions.
And don't get mad at your family. Don't get mad at your friends that don't support.
Yeah, it ain't always family.
It's not their vision. It's not there's not their heart's desire is yours. Don't start sending out nasty memes. It be your own family. I can't believe
don't
do it. Don't do it.
No,
they're not going to be your supporters. And
you are trying to force the hand, and you cannot force the hand. Let it happen.
Play the hand. Don't force it.
There you go. Let it happen. Play it. Don't force it. I love that. Last question, ladies, and I'm done. We're not going to offer and praying, none of that stuff. It's a different night, but I really wanted to give you all this time. Last question. So we created our vision. We're looking for it every single day. We're going to be open. things like that. What steps do we take specifically, which you all recommend that we take to bring our board from vision to manifestation? What are some things? Do I just write the vision, then just sit back on my couch with my hands behind my head and just wait for it to fall out the sky? What? And I know it sounds like a facetious question, but some people think that. What do we do after we write the vision? What steps do we take?
Let me go first because Nikki taught me. So I'm going to be the protege. She's the teacher. So for we may have talked about this last year, but forgive me if I'm repeating myself. So for our murder mystery, I'm like, Nikki, I'm ready to do something. You know, I've worked in corporate for so long. I just want to do something. And so she was like, well, what do you want to do? I don't know yet. Just something entrepreneurial. And so she was like, okay. We was at breakfast. I'll never forget it. She was like, okay, let's go to my sister's house. So we pay our bill, go to her sister's house. And we thinking, we writing stuff down like, this is what's hot, trap is hot in Atlanta, blah, blah, blah. So Nikki's leaning back on the wall, her sister throwing out ideas. And we like, nah, I'm throwing out, Nikki was like, I got it. Trap murder mystery. There are no black murder mysteries. And we love going to murder mysteries. So I'm like, that's it. Her sister was like, that's it. So I'm thinking it's not going to happen. Just the planning period should take 6 months. Just the plan. Nikki was like, and her sister too, was like, we're going to have a show ready for Valentine's weekend. This was December 31st.
And this is New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve. It was New Year's Eve. Well, in my heart, what they don't know, I'm thinking Valentine's weekend.
Right.
Can't be true. It was true. We worked together as a team. We had how many 10 shows that weekend?
10 shows that weekend.
We had a person to write the play. We auditioned actors, and it was a success. Do not sit and wait for someone else to create your dream. And when people like Nikki come into your life, or her sister, who are serial entrepreneurs, listen to them. Because my fear it would be right now, 15 minutes ago, and I would just be pressing the go button. Like literally, because from a corporate standpoint and project management standpoint, you get you plan, it's all these extra steps. Not saying that this is going to be your way, and not saying that steps are not important, but sometimes you got to pull the trigger, and you got to go and do you start quickly on your research. Don't wait. Because even if research is required, a lot of us ponder, we get analysis paralysis.
Right.
And then it's 2025 and we still ain't getting nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, she said it. She said it.
Maggie, which is my Nikki. I waxed on and I waxed out.
Good job, students. Good job, sensei. So she's right. You have to have you can't wait on, if you have any kind of idea. I always say this: if you have an idea, somebody else got it too. Yep. So if you wait 2 weeks longer, you see your idea all on Instagram and on Facebook, and you're like, man, I was just thinking about that. It's gonna happen every day.
How many as seen on TV? How many as seen on TV ideas have you sat back and said, man, I thought about that 10 years ago?
Yes, the truth.
Yes. So if you have something in your head, you better put it down, start writing on paper, and put some goals. At the end of this week, I'm gonna have this done. At the end of this week, I'm gonna have this done. You better get started yesterday, or the day before yesterday, because somebody else is thinking the same thing you thinking, and they're going to implement it, because their implementation is going to be a lot faster than yours.
Tell them they're going to be less smart. What you think is less smarter than you, they're going to be less qualified than you. But the difference was they was not afraid to pull that. They was ready to start.
So don't be afraid to mash the gas. So I had an idea, probably another New Year's Eve idea. My daughter called me. She was having trouble finding a new job. She's a very creative girl, super personality, just almost exactly like me. I call her me. She's just like me. And she was having the trouble finding a job. And I'm like, oh girl, why don't we just start a call center? Because that's what she's done, customer service call center, those things. And she said, "Oh, that's a great idea. Why don't we hire the girls from Exodus Ministries to come work for us?" And now it has a second chance factor. This is something that we can do. We can give back, and we can give these girls a job and all this. So she's coming up with all these good ideas. I'm thinking, "Oh, girl, this is it. This is good." So this was Friday. New Year's Eve was Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Monday, we have a meeting. My mom, my daughter, some people in my office. We're like, we're gonna put this together. Monday night, we have a name. Tuesday, we got contracts. People want to hire this company that don't even exist yet to do marketing for them. So smashing gas on an idea, I really mean it. You can't sit. You can't sit on it because somebody else is doing it, and it's opportunities. Doors have opened already. Like I woke up this morning to opportunities. People talking about grants and all kind of things that I didn't even think about from an idea that happened on Friday.
That's true.
Wow. Can't move on. You can't sit on it, folks. You got to move on it. This has just been great advice, ladies. I really can't say thank y'all enough for what you do. And I'm just sitting here taking notes myself. I know you all see me looking over. I'm taking notes myself because this is really important. These are things that we need to learn. These are things that many of us need to be reminded of. We can't sit on these great ideas that so many of us have. And so, ladies, thank y'all so much for taking time to do this tonight.
Thank you guys for listening to us.
Yeah, I am personally inspired by both of you. I am. I want to remind everybody to like this video, share this video. Do me a favor, do that. We didn't have a lot of viewers tune in tonight, but everybody that needs to hear it did. And I want you to share this video because I'm sure there's some other people that can go back and watch this quick 45 minutes. But this is life-changing. This was life-changing stuff. And again, I don't always like to talk about my stuff. I feel like the parent. Sometimes people get tired of hearing my voice. But it's good to have other people on that are doing great things as well. And just hearing about their success. So ladies, thank y'all so much. Pastor loves y'all. I really appreciate y'all.
And Pastor, thank you. And it's so much talent in this church. You got Missy
Hood,
she has chef abilities. You got is it Cuba? I can't remember. It was another young lady I bought t-shirts for the Monica and Brandy, they like it's just a Nikki Coleman who brought us to the church has her own jewelry line. Raina that joined, that's a part of the church, has a photography. There's so many people, so many talents here, and you can reach out. People are willing to help. They're willing to.
Yes, inbox us anytime. Ask us questions. If we don't know it, we'll find it. Michelle's a great researcher, so she'll find the answer to whatever you need. She'll find.
I'll find the answer. I'll find who your man messing with.
She'll find the answer. Don't detective, all of that.
Do not say free on that request.
Okay, don't share that part of the video.
I'll take my word, but don't send her that request.
Don't do that. Don't do that. I'm not gonna do it for you.
She is something else.
I'm not gonna do it,
y'all. I love you, ladies. I love all of you that are tuned in. Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, being here with us. Make plans to join in Tuesday, 9:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I've got a powerful message for you. It's the second Sunday of the year while the month is moving already. But make plans to see us this Sunday, 9:08 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here at the Rehab Christian Center. Again, like this video, share this video, and we will see you all on Sunday. All right, y'all have a good night.
This is the place.
Absolutely. Y'all have a good night. I love y'all. Peace and blessings.
Love you, Nick. I'll call you.
For watching the Rehab Christian Center live experience. If this broadcast has been a blessing to you and you would like to be a blessing to our leader, Dr. Zeb Talley III, you can sow a seed into his ministry by CashAPP at $Pastor ZT3. It is our prayer that this message of hope encourage, enlighten, and empower you to be better. Please tune in Sunday at 9:08 a.m. for our Sunday morning experience. And as always, be blessed and have a wonderful week.